Hi, Leela Bryan here. I wrote the book Quit Smoking, Got Side Effects, and I have an excerpt from the book from Chapter 7, Dealing with Weight Changes When Quitting Smoking. Dave says, I quit smoking, cold turkey. I've experienced a large weight gain, shortness of breath, and swelling. So why does your mouth want attention when you quit smoking? Well, what happens is when you are smoking, you're giving your mouth attention almost every hour. And when you stop smoking, you're no longer giving your mouth attention. And now all of a sudden your mouth, says things like, give me gum, give me food, give me lifesavers, give me pie. Your mouth is wanting attention. And so what you want to do is you don't want to substitute anything, especially food, for the habit. So you don't want to substitute candy, gum, food, lifesavers, toothpicks, even things that are, no calories like toothpicks. You just want to let the habit die of neglect. You don't want to feed it in any way by giving your mouth attention by substituting food for the habit. Also, a lot of times people will get water retention or bloating, and what causes this in the most part is salty or processed foods, because salt in your body, salt acts like a little sponge, and it holds in water. And when you hold in water, you gain weight, and you also feel really cranky. And so just for the first, I'd say, month or two after quitting, try to avoid highly processed foods and just eat normal, what I call caveman, whatever caveman foods had, whatever caveman had for food, that's the kind of food that you want, just something not processed. And if you can see the salt on food, you really don't want it, like pretzels and salt potato chips and things. And if it tastes salty, and the problem with this is you at this point you might even be craving those foods, but you really want to stay away from them. And also you want to drink lots and lots of water. And you might think, well, if I don't want water retention, why do I want to drink lots of water? But when your body doesn't have enough water, it will say, I'm going to retain this water because I don't have enough. But when you give the body tons of water, then it'll slough it off. And in sloughing it off, you slough off the toxins that you're trying to get rid of from smoking, and also it helps in weight gain. And a little tip would be to drink a half a glass of water before each meal. And what that does is it gets you in a routine of getting enough water and also being present at the meal, because sometimes people eat really fast, and if you drink a half a glass of water before your meal, you start to feel full, and you're getting the signal that you're full. Another thing to do to avoid gaining weight is to start doing a little bit more exercise. Over the years, I've taught people in my program, Nicotine Solutions, how to quit smoking ever since I quit in 1978. So one of the things that will help that I've recommended for years is a product called Amarita, and it's actually called Progest. It has so many names here. It's PRO-GEST, and it's made by Amarita. And you can see the little packets that I have are individual. And once you get those packets, what you do is you put a little pea-size amount on the fatty parts of your body in the morning and in the evening. Rub it in. So one of those little tubes might last you 3 or 4 days. And then what you'll find out is that it helps with the weight gain, and It's not going to hurt you. Men and women take it. This is also natural to the body, and I used to work for a company that did bone density testing, and we had people use Progest to build back up their bones. And one of the chief causes of osteoporosis, or thinning of the bones, is smoking. So that's a whole nother video. So I recommend Progest, which is a really good help with weight gain. In fact, over the years, I've recommended 6 products that I have figured out that help with gas, heartburn, sleep, anxiety, fatigue, sore mouth, and gums. So what I decided to do, and I will do a whole video on the Kick Butt Recovery Kit, because what I found is if you were to get all of these, and I'm going to point these out, if you were to get all of these, you'd have to buy the big box, and this big box comes in 48 of these, and this one has 20 of these little packets for sore mouth and gums. And what I've done is I've taken 8 of these for the sore mouth and gums, and 6 of the Progest, and 6 of the Wake Up Energy Boosters for fatigue, and then the sleep formula, Calms Forte, I just do 1 of that. And so you don't have to buy the whole bottle, but it'll help you with all the main side effects of quitting smoking, and you can get everything right away. Some of these are made in Canada, some in the United States, and if you were to order all of them, it would take you a long time to get them. So I have these up on Amazon that you can get the kit right away and start dealing with handling your side effects. So I have the book up that will explain all the side effects, and I have 15 remedies that I recommend and 131 tips to overcome the discomfort and pain of quitting smoking. And it sure beats going to the doctor and spending lots of money and lots of time and energy for them just to tell you, oh, you're fine, you're normal. But this will actually, reading this book will actually give you advice and recommendations on how to deal with the side effects and get some relief.